Another Brick fan here with a BrickHeadz review. This is The Mandalorian and the Child. This is set 75317, was released in July 2020. It has 295 pieces and cost about $20 when it was released. This of course is from the Mandalorian series from Disney Plus. And I think it looks really good, but let's go ahead and get this all built up and then we'll take a look at the built figures. Here are the built figures. I think they look really great. I think they are very accurate to the television series or the Disney Plus series. And let's take a quick look at the Child first. The Child, of course, is never given a name inside of the series. It's just called the Child. And it does look like, or Baby Yoda as he's been come to known as. And he comes with this really nice pram piece that I think looks really nice. It's all curved pretty well using these different curved pieces and makes for a really nice display piece. It is up on these clear 2x2 rounded bricks, but they are clear, so it gives the impression that it's floating, kind of like the ghost figure that was done for last year's Halloween. So a clever use of those pieces. The Baby Yoda or Child comes out of the pram. So as you see inside, it looks like there's some hinges here. Obviously a couple of jumper plates here to hold the child in place. So it looks like this will come up and over and close it. Now if I remember right in the series, it closed from this side, but that's okay. This looks pretty good from that as well. Best they could do with Lego, and of course it doesn't close. Baby Yoda himself is done really nicely in basically there's two colors. So we have the sand green and then the kind of tan color here. Great big ears done with a 1x2x2 slope piece here. And then his head is 3x3 here. Has the black BrickHead eyes here on jumper plates. Sand green hands, and then he's kind of in these robes or, you know, his baby outfit here. Overall, a really great looking BrickHead figure. Moving on to the Mandalorian. He's really well done with a couple of printed pieces. So he has printed pieces here for his helmet. And these are just loosely in there, just to keep this shaping. If you saw during the build, they just kind of lay down in there, which I think gives a good effect for his helmet. This here on his arm is also a printed piece. It's a slope piece in tan that also has a blue stripe printed on it. You can see he has some silver. These are metallic silver lightsaber pieces, perhaps representing some extra equipment or bullets. Remember, he wears bandoliers with all kinds of ammunition on his body, and that's probably what those represent. Has some binoculars here that fit on the front, a big belt buckle, a little bit of shaping here in the front under the helmet, indication of his breastplate. He's got some sloping here for the crown of his helmet, and then this visor piece here is just a 1x4 slope. The ears are done with these jumper plates on the sides of his helmet, and then you can see he's got these built up legs with this little tooth piece in front to give it a little more texturing, a little clip for a hand here, and he is wearing sort of a cape in the back. So it has this 1x2 with a rail on it, and then it has these slope pieces here to kind of complete the look for the side. See on his back he has a mount for his long rifle, which looks very good and is pretty representative of the show, with the forks in the front done with this robot arm. Then the silver lightsaber piece here on the end of a standard, looks like stormtrooper blaster. I like the grills here in the back. And then you can see the shaping of the cape or cloak here below him. And as I pointed out, he does have these additional lightsaber pieces, and then there is like a standard pistol piece here, and then it's got this build up with this cone piece and a couple of studs, just to add a little bit more size to the blaster that he's carrying, instead of using a standard blaster, which I kind of like because I think it's a little more proportional to the BrickHead. I think a lot of times when they use the minifigure scale accessories, it doesn't quite fit right with the BrickHeads themselves. Overall, again, a very good representation of the Mandalorian and very recognizable. Overall, I really like this 2-pack. I think it's a great representation of the characters, as I mentioned before. This pram is really well done for Baby Yoda and looks great. I like the fact that he can be removed from the pram and stand out on his own if he wants to, which I think is also a good aspect of this set. It does justify the cost a little bit more. So normally these BrickHead sets with a full size and then a partial size BrickHead are usually around $15. Think of Harry and Hedwig, for example, or Groot and Rocket, Yoda and Luke Skywalker, for example, from the Star Wars universe, all ran about $15, and they were pretty much these two pieces like this. And then, but adding on this additional pieces from the pram, I think really provide for a good value. So it's nearly 300 pieces for $20, so well below the 10 cent per piece ratio, although they are a lot of small pieces. But for me, the value is really good because you do get a very substantial build for your $20 price tag. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this BrickHead set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more of my content. I've left a link for my BrickHeads and Star Wars reviews up here on the screen.